Guys, it's Jen from Hairpins. Today we're going to work on a little bit of styling with short hair. Typically I like to start out with always a pomade. The trend for this fall is to never have it too polished, never have it too styled. You always kind of want to have it look undone, maybe even a little bit messy. That's kind of the way that the styles are going for this season, and that's the beauty of having short hair. It's easy to mess up, it's easy to switch up. So I typically start with a little bit of pomade, just kind of work it in with your hands. Start with a little bit and work your way up to more if you need. A good easy start to switching up a short hairstyle is changing the part line. With Chelsea hair is easy because she doesn't have a big cowlick or anything, and it's easy to sort of switch it up and move it over a little bit. Another option is to sort of, even I like to use my fingers as a teasing comb, and just sort of rough it up a little bit and give it a little bit of edge and a little bit of tangle almost. Also, it's good to use fine-toothed comb. Do a little bit of that. And I like to just sort of make it look as crazy as you can to start out with, and then you can manipulate it to however you want it to look. So this just sort of adds a little bit of volume and a little bit of sort of sass. I like to use sort of a smaller wrap that's not as thick or bulky. Typically start at the back of the head and pull it forward. And I like to knot it. And then you kind of manipulate it a little bit to fit up against the head the way you like it. There's always the option of tying it in a little bit of a kind of a knotted bow. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want it to look like you tried too hard. So you kind of just tie it up and pull it. It can go into a little bit of a bow, and I usually like to sort of have it to the side of the head. It doesn't look quite as young or childish. So this is a really fun way. And then you can sort of play with the bangs. You can pull it down like this, which is something that I've been seeing on a lot of the fall runways this season. Pull it down like that where it's nice and short, but you can really mess this up. Another fun option for short hair is the bow. And these are fun. I just picked up a whole bag of these at a thrift shop. I think you can pretty much get them anywhere. And they're super fun. They come in all different sizes, different patterns, and really, I think they look the best if they're sort of at the side of the head, right where the curve is, and they sort of just fit right onto the hair. And they add a really cute little added touch and a sort of different. You don't see it every day, but it's easy to do, and it's quick, but it really adds a different element to a whole style. So that's another simple, easy trick to do. One other option that you can do is like a headband, and this is a stretchier, sort of almost elastic type headband, and it's really simple. You just kind of add it on, pull it down. Sometimes it's fun to like hide the bang even, and that kind of opens the face up a little bit and gives you a different option with your makeup even. Again, I like to really mess with the top and add a lot of that volume and add a little bit of funk. And I always like to kind of play with the sides and make sure they look right too. Okay? And one of my favorite things is these color powders, and they are not typically sold where you can get them, but if you see your local stylist or whoever you see, it's easy for them to sort of send you in the right direction. And all you do is you sort of just take it and you drag it along the ends of the hair or wherever you really want them, and it colors the hair, but it's not a permanent look, so it rinses out at the end of the day, but it adds so much style and so much different texture. It even adds texture to the hair, and it pulls out a different sort of shape in the haircut, which I like. So you can sort of do that, and then I like to mix other colors to add in a little bit of more fun. This could be for like a night out, or depending on where you work, even to work. And again, it's even nice if you sort of mess it up and it leaves it a little more faded and not quite so obvious. And the last little fun tip for short hair that I think really adds a fun look is I like to use brooches for it. You can. It's such an easy thing. You can pick up any brooches at any antique shop or fun any kind of a consignment store. And I typically just hook a bobby pin onto a brooch. It's very simple. Just slip it on there. And then again, it's sort of like where the bow is. You just take the bobby pin and you slide it in right where you want it to go. And they're heavy, so sometimes you got to use a few more bobby pins. Don't be afraid to get it in there. And you'll feel it kind of wedged in, but that's another little fun way to add a little bit of flair to a short hairstyle.